After getting shipwrecked, John Clayton and his wife are stranded in Africa. They make a house in a tree, and she gives birth to a boy, but she dies of malaria. A gorilla breaks in and kills John Clayton, and their baby is adopted by an ape who just lost a child from getting dropped out of a tree. She raises him, and Tarzan grows up to believe he's a gorilla, but is rejected by most. He has a unique ability where he can mimic other animals. One day he finds a house in the trees and gets a shank. His ape mom is having breakfast when she gets shot by gangsters. She finds Tarzan and he takes her to a river, and the gang comes back and finishes the job, and Tarzan snaps one of them in half. Years later, a museum expedition led by Bilbo Baggins are searching the jungle to fill an exhibit. The group is attacked and now Philippe is lost and wounded, but he is saved and nursed back to health by a jungle man. The leader of the apes, Tarzan's adopted father, is challenged by an evil asshole gorilla and loses. So he is exiled from the troop. Tarzan then challenges the evil gorilla and shivs him with a knife, and now he is the leader. Philippe realizes Tarzan is a mimic and starts to teach him how to speak and tells him about his family and that he is John Clayton, a grandson of an earl. Philippe heals up and makes the trek back to civilization, and Tarzan decides to go with him. After the disappearance of his son and daughter-in-law, the Earl of Greystoke hears he has a grandson, and he's alive, and he's coming to see him. They immediately hit it off, and now John is thrown into high society. He meets Jane Porter, his grandfather's ward, and they also hit it off pretty quickly. Philippe has to return to his home, and John is left to figure out how to transition to a normal life. But Jane takes him under her wing, and they get closer. Greystoke has its annual Christmas party, and the Earl gets drunk and rides a tray down the stairs, and hits his head, and it kills him, making John the Earl of Greystoke. He struggles with the loss. Philippe returns and finds John miserable. John tells him that this isn't his home, and Philippe reminds him that he's not an animal. John and Jane get even closer, and decide to get married. They celebrate by going to an exhibit opening at the museum. John sneaks away from the group and sees a familiar face. His ape dad. John breaks him out and they go frolicking through London. Drawing a crowd, they retreat up a tree, and a bunch of people gather for the annual 100 Men vs. Gorilla contest. The gorilla gets shot out of the tree. Then this happens.
You was my father!
Tarzan decides he wants to go home. So Jane and Philippe take him to Africa, and Tarzan is faced with a difficult dilemma of either being completely true to himself or being with a woman he loves. Welcome home, old boy. Greystoke, The Legend of Tarzan, Lord of the Apes.